Hello, everyone. Hi there. I can't read chat right now, but I'm gonna fix that. Just give me 1 second. So yeah, hi there. Let me clean the camera a bit. Let's hope it's better now. Okay. Well, let's just let's do this. I'm gonna cut up some onions first. Yeah, this one needs to go. Okay, one will be fine enough, honestly. Don't need a whole ton of onions. But yeah, hmm. Really need to get another phone. By the way, the reason I'm not doing too much training stuff currently is because I had a bit of an accident. When I was fishing up in Scotland, I fell in a harbor, really stupid, and went head first onto some two women, even more stupid. And yeah, it was like a 12, 15 foot, so a 3 to 4 meter fall. Good stuff. Luckily, I didn't get any serious injuries, but I do have some stuff in my cervical and thoracic spine starting from here all the way up to the neck, and all of that. Had some headaches and stuff. And it did get a lot worse. It was pretty much gone, and then came back after my most recent workout. So that is why I'm thinking if I'm going to do any working out, it's just going to be some really careful stuff. There's nothing that's going to actually put too much attention to that area. So maybe some lateral raises will be fine. If I'm going to do extract training, it will be something where the tension is coming from above. So, so anywhere from like a high row to maybe even just vertical pulling. And then for legs, only stuff like leg presses, leg curls, something that doesn't really compress the spine, you know? So yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. Anyway, anyway. Let's get a pan on the stove and let's get the stove fired up. Oil in the pan. Okay. Actually, let me get you guys a bit closer, I think. This will be a bit better, I think. This might be a better angle. Let's see. Let's see. get these onions a bit, get them a little bit glossy at least before we drop the broccoli in. And by the way, our venison, I already opened the package, but this is some venison from the Scottish Highlands. Butchered it myself. It's already seasoned with some salt and garlic powder. This is going to be good. Actually, for being able to dose it a bit better, I have like a little grinder with dried garlic. Where do I have it? Hey, hey everyone. So yeah, the onions are going in our pan. Good, 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 good. Let's get some okay. And yeah, or I put the broccoli in the thing. Not because it's probably dropping a little. Oh, yeah, should be a good amount. Let's cut this broccoli just a bit smaller so it doesn't take forever to cook. Don't need to cut it tiny, but just a little bit. Hey, Chris. What's up? Wait, I should probably get my hat right. I am Dundee after all, so 1 second. Be right back. Alrighty. Because can't have Dundee without a hat. What, Chris? And Garrett, here we have some nice Scottish Highland venison. Butchered it myself. Really good meat. Brought it home on ice, and yeah, venison, I love it. Yep. And I still have like a kilo and a half, so like 3 to 4 pounds of it in the freezer. So yeah. But I want the broccoli to be almost done before I start making the meat because otherwise I'm gonna have mostly raw broccoli and I'm basically gonna eat the meat without anything. And here we have some mushy peas. They also go along well with venison. They really do. But yeah, it depends on the level, but I do like some gaminess. Now, not sometimes it depends on if I'm in the mood for it. Let's say there are also times I don't really want something tasting gamey. Like the worst gamey, the most gamey taste I ever had was uh, Is it called, yeah, pheasant? Roadkill pheasant. That stuff was so damn gamey. I know pheasant doesn't have to be gamey, but it was roadkill and it was. I've got a strong stomach, and it's like it wasn't dangerous or anything, but I could barely eat it. It was so damn gamey. So that's something I noticed with wild game. If it's killed fastly and cleaned right away, that is good. But yeah, I mean this is also red deer, European red deer, or well Scottish red deer to be exact, which is actually its own subspecies. And red deer is definitely one of the more gamey kinds of deer or venison. Like something like a roe deer or fallow deer is way, way, way more mild. Which is nice if you eat it like all the time, but it also gets boring. So yeah. It's just I just like venison without spices. Yeah, I put salt and maybe a little bit of ground garlic on it. That's all. A little bit of garlic powder sometimes, but half the time just salt, or maybe more than half the time, honestly. But yeah, and like when I'm traveling and I do get my hands on a deer, I have to buy ice every day or every other day just to keep it fresh. So that's why I'm eating a lot of that, and then sometimes having a little bit of variety isn't bad. But in general, if I'm only eating it like once or twice a week, then I would just probably just have it with salt, just get the raw flavor. So yeah. And I just want to show my little garlic grinder because I have instead of using like sea salt and ground pepper, just a little. I'm not a fan of pepper actually, but yeah. And I don't normally use sea salt. That is just because sea salt can be quite contaminated because all the crap that's been dumped into rivers and the oceans over the last couple hundred years, of course, a certain level of residue. Of course, a certain level of residue of that stuff it stays in the sea salt. So that is why I prefer rock salt, which it is basically, at least the kind I get, it is sea salt, but from a few million years ago, before humans were a thing. So that's my choice of salt. And sorry for the live loading a bit. Yeah, I really hope so. No promises, but yeah, I'll do my best. Yeah, it's even telling me my connection is unstable, so that's kind of okay. Good, Chris. So yeah, what I was just saying is I don't really use sea salt, but rock salt from like old dried up seeds, just because if it's like salt from prehistoric seas, you don't get all the crap that humans have dumped into the rivers and oceans over the last few hundred years. So to not get those, Okay. Seriously. Ah, crap. Anyway, okay. Time for the venison. Time for the venison. I really need to get another phone because this always happens when I use my Hey Chris and Hey Shabba. Yeah, this always happens when I use my notebook to go live. I don't know why, but I've tried it on a few different notebooks and it's always the same thing. Using the notebooks for anything else works fine, even for StreamYard. Huh. Maybe I need to get StreamYard or another something like StreamYard. My horizontal live streams. Maybe that's an idea. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I just need a second ad because with StreamYard it seems to work fine to use. Like when I join someone else's live over StreamYard using my webcam, that works just fine. Just not through YouTube Studio directly. Yeah, I know, but I think there's other similar platforms that are free, so I just don't know them by name. So something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna weigh off the way up about 150 to 200 grams of venison. 150, that will be easily over 30 grams of protein, so plenty for one meal. Yes, I am a fitness guy after all. And actually, I just had the idea of downloading the YouTube Studio app for Windows. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll make it better. Because it must be something that YouTube does. It's not actually my connection that's that bad. But yeah, I'm not okay. I don't find anything. I guess they don't have a Windows version of the YouTube app. Or maybe they do. I don't know. But okay, it does exist. Okay, let's just go search YouTube. Do I have YouTube Studio as well? But the Venison is looking nice, by the way. Really nice. Honestly, now I'm going to switch pans because I already got a good crust on these and finish cooking them together with the veggies. YouTube Analytics, YouTube Feeds, just plain YouTube. But I would think I'd need YouTube Studio. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, okay. No, you can't use it with a normal account, Microsoft account. Okay, I don't know how this stuff works. It's weird. Hey, Jeff. What's up? Good to see you. Oh, and Chris forgot something. I've known you for a bit, and I trust you. So there you get your blue. And you've been in my life quite a bit as well. So yeah. And I do actually have a meat thermometer, so I can make sure to cook this venison right. I'm gonna pull it at probably like 50 degrees internal, 50 degrees Celsius, so that's like 120 Fahrenheit, something like that. Okay, this still has a good ways to go. Yeah, it's at about 30 degrees, 40 degrees Celsius, so that's well, I can actually change it to Fahrenheit, I think. It's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or a bit over. But I prefer a Celsius, because, well, yeah, of course, Chris. Because I don't live in the US, and I'm used to the measuring system of that. Green. Okay, good. So I think with all the talking I was doing, I overcooked the meat. All right. Finally back. Sorry, guys. But yeah, time to eat now. So not gonna use my. I'm gonna actually use the fork of my fingers. I need it alive. Yeah. It is slightly overcooked, but it's still pink in the middle, so that's good. Not complete. It's not well done. I don't think venison should be well done. And I mean, sometimes it's fine, but it depends. I think when it's really gamey, then I prefer it well done usually. But when it's not too gamey, I like it rare to medium rare. Okay, I'm gonna use my toaster as a little prop up so you guys can still see my face. Or I thought this ain't gonna work. But this will. Thanks. So yeah, this is what we're having. Some very lean, nice lean meat. It still has a bunch of flavor. Mm. But usually with beef, when it's like ultra lean, it kind of lacks flavor, and venison doesn't really have that problem. Yeah, it is. It is pretty good. And thank you. It is good. I'm just used to it. I'm pretty used to it. I'm being honest. No, yeah, good stuff. And I'll actually start a live on my fishing channel in a little bit, like a few minutes. Once I finish eating this, I'm probably just gonna go to the bathroom and then start the other live. So stick around for that one. Actually, me too, me too. I'm gonna drop the link, because why not? Let's see. Huh? Ah, okay. This is where I can get the link. So that's where I'll be after this. And it's kind of nice to do a live again. I'm other right now, yeah, didn't have to, not feeling the greatest and a bit lonely, but it's good to, like, I couldn't be just really go out and be with people right now, but this is a good in between to not be a complete hermit. Yeah, I've got a couple of friends who are going through some stuff. One that it isn't going to make it very long, so, and well, I hope I'm not gonna lose more friends than that, but yeah. Yeah, I still have my, the pains from the accident, even though I oh, got away almost unscathed. I still have to take it slow after headbutting that pontoon. Because it was a pretty serious fall, and like everyone, me included, were pretty worried about spinal injury. Like I could have literally broken my neck from that fall quite easily. I just got lucky. So yeah, I'm going to spend some time with your friends. I wish I could, but it's not possible right now. Like, yeah, at the moment. Yeah, I think so too. I'm not the person who wants to spend the rest of her life in a wheelchair. 6 weeks were enough. Not from this accident, but from when I had a pretty badly broken leg as a kid or a young teenager. I think I was 13, so yeah, young teenager technically. I spent 6 weeks in a wheelchair and then another 6 weeks till I could talk somewhat properly again. And I always get hurt doing stupid stuff. I never get hurt actually doing dangerous stuff. Like where you think you get hurt, nothing happens. I can be catching crocodiles from a canoe. I can have a canoe flip over with me in it right next to a crocodile. Nothing. Nothing happens. I ended up catching the same crocodile, and I didn't even get a scratch. But yeah, doing some stupid stuff, that's how I get hurt. Fishing on a pier and just leaning over a bit too far as a fish pulls, or jumping over the puddle, that's how I broke my leg. And yeah, my mother for about 10 years. Oh, your mother, that's damn, 10 years. Well, very glad she managed to get out of it. Hmm. Oh, okay. She didn't. That's not good. But yeah. To be fair, that time when she handled it like champ, so that's awesome. Yeah. When I fell off the pier, I was more worried about the people I care about, and especially one of them had just lost a friend the night before, so that was fun. And then I could have died or ended up permanently disabled. I mean, I am disabled, but I'm not paralyzed. At least my disability is in this fixed skull, or disabilities, I guess you could say. Well, it's not just one thing, but yeah. Well, of course. And like, I wanted to just try and climb back onto the pier myself, but I not as much for myself, but more for others. Well, I don't want to be paralyzed either. I decided to just I just rolled myself onto the pontoon out of the water and just stayed there and cast. I cracked. I had vertebrae, and that could have maybe severed the spinal cord if it would have fully been broken. I knew my spinal cord was still fine at that moment, but if I would have just kept moving and I had a broken vertebrae, that maybe would have ended up cutting the spinal cord. So that's why I thought, okay, maybe better not move for now. So yeah. And well, it was all good. I just got a headache and some neck and back pain out of it. But I did get immobilized and brought to the hospital, which actually I had to take a ferry because I was on an island and the ferry was actually just taking me to another island, but a bigger island that was the only one of the archipelago that does have a hospital on it. All the others don't. Mm, well, between my shoulder blades on my thoracic spine, right in here, yeah. A little bit in my neck, but that's more like tendons and muscles. I'm not sure it's actually the spine though. It might just be little protrusions on the back of the spine where the muscles, like the rhomboid and the trapezius and stuff attached. I pull the shoulder blades together and up or down. And that might have just gotten overstretched. It might just be that, like, where the muscle connects to the bone. Hopefully it's just that and nothing actually wrong on the vertebrae itself. I mean, I did get a CT scan and everything. That came back clear the day it happened. And it did get a lot worse. Basically, it was gone, but it did almost gone, but it came back after my last workout. No, that told me I was fine to go home and just move as much as I felt comfortable to. It actually released me the same day it happened. Now it happened around 17:30, and I got out at 23:30. So from the accident happening to me walking out of the hospital, it took 5 hours, and that included me getting immobilized, put into one ambulance, driven to a ferry, taking a ferry ride to the other island. They're moving me to a different ambulance. That ambulance taking me to the hospital, and at the hospital then running a bunch of checks. So not that bad, honestly. Thanks. Yeah, I think I just have to be careful because my workout definitely did aggravate that area. So I'll just have to be really careful and either completely avoid or go really light and easy on anything that involves that part of my back. Wow, Lila, my cat she already finished her food. You must have been hungry, baby. Well, you'll get some more. Now she'll probably only eat a few crumbs of it. But oh well. She's fine, she's eating right now. Good, well, I can still bother her for just a minute. Say hello, Lila. Yes, baby. Okay, let's get back to your food. Reading? Okay. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, she also has been in Scotland with me. And she was actually in the car while my accident happened. And she's also been camping and stuff. Well, I have a cat that I can literally go camping with and sleep in the tent and stuff. Me and my cat sleep in a tent when we're traveling, or in the car, or wherever. Yeah. Anyway, I'll post the link. Right? Yeah, she's again. I'll start this live, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom now, so I'm gonna end this live. So yeah, Dundee out. See you next time, and what's the noise? Bye bye. See you in a minute. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, see ya.